Hello, I'm Kelly Dennis. I'm a licensed professional counselor. I work with people who struggle with eating disorders, disordered eating, anxiety, depression, and I do some couples counseling as well. And one of the things that I've noticed with my clients, and really all people, is that we all struggle to manage stress effectively. And so I've created this YouTube channel with some tips and techniques to help you to learn to manage stress more effectively, to regulate your emotions in a better way, and to just all around live a more peaceful, tranquil life. So if you've been following along, you know that I really like mindfulness. And I really enjoy relaxation exercises and guided imagery as well. So there is one particular technique that works really well for most people, and it's called progressive muscle relaxation. And so it targets specific areas of your body. You can do it in a long form, which is really going through as many muscles, contracting and then relaxing them systematically throughout your body. Or you can do a short form where you contract and relax specific muscle groups in the body. And really what this does is it helps to teach your body the difference between tense, contracted muscles and relaxed, loose muscles. And so over time with practice, your body can learn to sort of anchor itself and to be able to know to just relax in those moments when you tell it to do that. So that's pretty cool. So I wanted to take you through some of that today, and then a little visualization exercise at the end. So as we always do, please get into a comfortable position. This one for you will probably be easier if you're lying on a bed or lying on the floor. It's easier to contract those muscle groups when you're laying out flat. I'm going to be sitting up just because it's easier for me to do the video sitting up. So nobody's going to see you contracting and relaxing your muscles, but you're going to see me doing that, at least in my upper body here. And so it can look kind of funny when you're watching somebody do this. So go ahead and get a good laugh, and once you get it out of your system, then try to follow along with the contracting and relaxing of your muscles. So once you're in a comfortable position, go ahead and take a nice deep breath in and let it out. And just see if you can allow your body to sort of settle in to whatever you're lying on the exhale. So breathe in and then breathe out. And now what I'd like you to do is start at the top of your head, your scalp. So yes, you have muscles in your scalp. So what I want you to do is I want you to contract the muscles in your scalp. So how do you do that, I say? So go ahead and raise your eyebrows. That can be a really effective way to contract the muscles of your scalp. So raise your eyebrows up and hold it, and then let your eyebrows relax. And so you can probably feel a little bit of a pull right here. And so now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to contract your facial muscles. So just kind of scrunch up your face and purse your lips and squint your eyes and just hold that. So we're gonna go. And then relax. And then go ahead and contract your jaw muscles. So clench your teeth together and hold them together really tightly. And then relax. And so now what we're gonna do is you're gonna raise your shoulders to your ears, and so you're gonna contract this whole area in here, and then you're going to hold it and then relax it. So raise your shoulders all the way up to your ears. And whenever we're doing this, you don't want to contract to the point of pain, okay? So you want to just contract so that you can feel the tension in the muscles, and then relax. So if you're contracting to the point of pain, that's not going to be helpful, so don't do that. So now what I'd like you to do is we're going to work on your arms. So make a fist, contract, and then bring your arms up to your shoulders, and then bring your elbows up, as close to your top of your head as you can. And hold. And then relax. So now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to move down a little bit into the middle part of your body. And so the middle part of your body can be, there's a couple of ways to do that. If you're laying on the floor, you can bring your head and your knees up and meet and kind of contract your middle. So what I'm gonna do is, since I'm sitting up, I'm gonna kind of bring my knees and my head together, and I'm gonna contract. And then I'm gonna let go. And so now for the next one, what you want to do is you want to imagine that there's a string tied to your belly button. And so you're going to imagine that that string is being pulled right back to your spine. And so you're going to pull your belly button into your spine and hold it. And then let it out and relax. Okay, so now we're going to move down to your hips, your butt, your bottom, all of that area, your pelvic floor. So what I'd like you to do is kind of clench your buttocks together. And then release. And then bring your knees up and bring your feet, as your heels as close to your butt as you can get them, and just clench all of that, contract, and then let go. And now moving down to your feet. So there's a couple of ways to do your feet. You can curl your toes and point your toes. And hold. And then relax. And the other way you can do it is bring your toes to your nose. And so your toes are going backwards like this. And hold it. And then relax. Okay. So if this is the first time you're doing progressive muscle relaxation, you might find that you're a little sore later on because you're exercising basically your muscles. You're contracting them and then you're relaxing them. And so that can be a workout for your muscles if you're not used to doing that. So now what I'd like you to do is stay lying down and take a nice deep breath in and let it out. And now notice, after that progressive muscle relaxation, are there any areas of your body that remain tense or tight? And if there are, go ahead and repeat the contracting and the relaxing in those parts. I almost always have muscle tension in my neck and my shoulders, so I'm going to repeat that one. I'm going to bring it up to my ears, my shoulders to my ears. And then very dramatically, I'm going to just relax them and let them go. So again, taking a nice deep breath in and letting it out. Just noticing if there's any other areas that are tense and tight. And then what I'd like you to do, after you feel relatively relaxed, is I'd like you to bring your attention to your right hand. And I want you to imagine some warmth in your right hand. So that warmth can be a color, can be a light, whatever you want to imagine. just allow that feeling of warmth to begin to generate in your hand. And then allow that warmth to move up into your forearm and into your elbow and into your upper arm, so that all of your right arm, from shoulder to fingertips, feels warm and heavy and relaxed. And allowing that arm to just rest there, moving your attention to your left hand. And again, imagining a warmth beginning in your left hand. And then imagining that that warmth can spread through your forearm, your elbow, into your upper arm, so that your whole left arm just feels warm and heavy with relaxation. So both arms feeling heavy and relaxed, moving your attention to your right foot and imagining that there's a warmth beginning in your right foot, and then imagining that that warmth can spread through your calf and your shin, up into your knee, the back of the thigh and the front of the thigh, all the way to your hip. And so just allowing that right leg to feel very heavy and relaxed, all the way from your hip down into the tip of your toes, and shifting your attention over to your left foot, and allowing your left foot to feel warm, and then allowing that sensation of warmth to move up into your left calf and your shin and your knee, the back of your thigh and the front of your thigh, all the way up to your hip, so that all of that leg from your hip all the way down to the tips of your toes is heavy and relaxed. So both arms and both legs can feel wonderfully relaxed. And now, if you'd like to, you can take the middle finger of your right hand and your thumb, and you can touch them together. And breathe in and breathe out, saying in your mind, I am relaxed, I am calm, I am peaceful. And so letting go of your finger and your thumb now, but knowing that any time that you would like to feel this wonderful feeling of relaxation, you can take a deep breath and let it out, and press together your finger and your thumb and say, I am relaxed, I am calm, I am tranquil. And you can just recreate this feeling of relaxation whenever you're feeling stressed or anxious or overwhelmed. To be able to recreate that feeling would be very nice. And so now, as you continue to breathe easily and comfortably, I'd like you to imagine a place a very comfortable place. Maybe it has lots of pillows and fluffy blankets. Perhaps it's an oversized chair. Or maybe it's a corner of your bedroom that you went to when you were a little kid with stuffed animals. Some place that just felt warm and cozy and comfortable. If you don't have any place like that that's real, then create one in your mind. A place that's very comfortable, that if you reached out with your hand, you would feel something soft and comfortable. And whatever you looked at would remind you of nurturing, comforting. Even the sounds that you hear would be soothing and comfortable. And now as you breathe easily and comfortably, imagining this comfortable place in your mind, you can be more and more comfortable. Allowing any stress or anxiety or tension to just be a distant memory. Right now is just comfort and relaxation. And sometimes you might be able to spend a very long while here, relaxing and being comfortable. Sometimes you might just need to put your fingers together and take a deep breath and remind yourself of this comfortable place for just a little moment to bring yourself some peace. Either way, it's a wonderful, comfortable feeling. And so now, feeling very peaceful and relaxed and comfortable, you can take a nice deep breath in and let it out. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, waking up your body and reorienting yourself to your surroundings. And whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes. I hope that you enjoyed this progressive muscle relaxation and the comfortable visualization that went with it. I'm Kelly Dennis. Be well and have a wonderful day.